Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be checking out Taemin's new music video called Guilty. I actually am unfamiliar with this artist. I'm very excited to hear him perform and to check this out, give you guys a reaction, and of course an analysis. That is the main component of what I do here on the channel. So I will be pausing primarily to talk about the vocal technique and the musicianship and all the rest that's going on musically with this artist. I'm very excited to check it out. I hope you guys are too. Please leave a like, comment for the algorithm, subscription, of course, hit the bell, and if I am enhancing your listening experience, please do consider joining my Patreon family for as little as $1 a month. It's the best way to support me, and without further ado, let's check out Taemin's new music video. Yo, wait. This is sick in so many ways. I really like what's going on. All right, let's break it down a little bit. So yeah, if you're new to the channel, this is kind of how it goes. I'll play usually a section of the song, pause, go back, talk about it, analyze it, and then move forward. So if you guys want to watch it straight through, there is a link in the description below. You can come back if you want to learn about what's happening. There's a lot going on in this intro already. We get these big drum kicks and brass hits at the same time, all the while Taemin is doing what's called riffing or running with his voice, where he's singing a lot of notes in a short period of time. That's called riffing. And yeah, super clean, excellent vocal control. Doing some up in his higher head voice, you know, a lighter mechanism of singing, and some lower in his voice in the chest voice area. That last riff, does that like really fast riff down. Let's see what key we're in. So we're in F sharp minor. So he was up to a C sharp 5, aka the C sharp right above tenor high C, and this is in a falsetto lighter mechanism of the voice. This is such a cool combination of electronic production and orchestration. We have these, live, for sure, real instruments, right? Not MIDI synthesized orchestration. These are very real, very high quality instrumental accompaniment going on here, instrumental samples. And it's this very cool, like, modern age version where you've got not a trap beat, but like leaning towards like a trap beat, but then with, stringed instruments. It's fascinating. Also, Taemin, for sure, a tenor voice. You can just feel the kind of lightness in his sound. He's also starting this song in a very kind of breathy, intimate place, which kind of brings us in as the audience, right? He's not coming out of the gate, full on belting. It's a very controlled, intimate place to start singing, and yeah, right. It's starting off on that C sharp 4, so this sounds like this is very easy middle voice for Taemin. Not even really upper middle at this point yet. Just a little more, that's all it takes. 널 만지고서 throw it all away. See, we got that like like electronic editing there, right? But then right after that, you get this cool dun 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 from the string instruments. It's this really cool balance. It's like old world and new world. Really into it. Just a little more, that's all it takes. 널 만지고서 throw it all away. Before we get into what I can only anticipate is the chorus, we've got some added elements in this section, right? We have some multi-tracked vocals. So the first section is very much like solo vocal, kind of right in the middle of the mix. And then we get a little bit more reverbed out, multi-tracking vocals happening. So the voices are just more filled out. It's more than just that one solo voice in the middle. And we also get some added percussion. You know, we get this this kind of consistent hi-hat going as well, which is a really great way from a producer standpoint to kind of move the arrangement forward, keep the energy up, you know, add something new, and then kind of drive us towards this chorus. So yeah, just really well done on all fronts. Right here, listen to this hi-hat. Up to E5. This is, of course, so his ascent up in this, again, lighter vocal mechanism, really beautifully done. I really like his vocal color up there. He's still allowing that breath to come through, right? Keeping it in a more intimate place. We're still less than a minute into this song right now. You know, allowing his voice a place to go, a place to grow. And just a nice kind of ascending line there. Whatever he does there, all in that light head voice mechanism. Yes, and also this, it's cool, you hear him do this ascent, and then he goes up, and then he goes, and then does a descension back down. Different rhythmically, but just cool to hear how that vocal line just ascends and then descends, which is interesting because usually if you're going to build up towards a drop or build up to our chorus, the voice is going to be going up towards that drop to kind of rev the intensity. But instead, his voice comes down and kind of leaves us like suspended and waiting for this drop, which really has also a very similar effect. They're both senses of suspension and anticipation, and it works very, very nicely in this case. Down, down, down. Hang out down here. Anticipate. Leave a comment below. What's his background as a dancer? Clearly very skilled with the choreography in this music video. Singer, dancer, the whole package. Yeah. I love watching dancers. I am a dancer to the point where I have good rhythm, so I can move my body in the right, rhythms on beat. That's about as far as it goes. I did win a breakdancing contest in 6th grade, count it. But I love watching dancers. It just amazes me what they can do with their bodies and how they make their bodies speak. So not that I know anything technically about what's going on, but I very much appreciate some good choreography. If this is the chorus, that's really interesting because usually in the chorus you'll have, more intense sound, more instruments, more elements, more electronic, whatever. In this chorus, the drop, the drums basically cut out. It just goes back to like, where like the verse before that, there was a lot more drum involvement. So just really interesting to go into the chorus after building that anticipation, and they really honestly pulled it back some. We're like, also one more time here, just I love the addition of a whisper track on top of whatever lead vocals you're listening to. It adds so much. I have personally done it in a lot of my music and Music with the Bass Gang, where sing the whole lead vocal and then just sing all of it in a whisper and have the whisper very quietly in the mix while the lead vocal. And it's almost like sometimes you don't even notice it. It's so subtle, but it adds a kind of whimsical airiness and an interest to it. So I love when a whisper track is featured. This is obviously much more prominent. This whisper track is kind of like the main thing. Very cool. Closed captions do anything for us here. Love everything that's happening. So I guess this is supposedly common in K-pop to go back and forth between English and Korean. I believe that's what's happening here, line to line. Do, 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 do. It's just a great chord progression. We have minor 1. What key are we in again? F sharp. So we have minor 1, F sharp minor, and then we have B flat, and then it goes to the flat 6, or the 6 in a minor chord, which would be our D major, and then back to 5 minor. Really, really awesome chord progression. One of my favorites. Yeah, there's a lot to talk about. Guys, let's get into it. So this is now the chorus. So the previous section that I was saying was the chorus was really like a bridge, which makes more sense given the kind of structure of it. You'll notice in the second half of that bridge, the drums came back in, right? I'm not going to go back because I've gone back enough there, but the drums come back in, revs up the intensity, and now we are into the chorus because he's spelling out guilty. The song's called Guilty. This is the chorus. Right? Really, for the most part, keeping his voice in that more breathy, intimate place. We've gotten a little bit of it, but we haven't gotten, big extended belting way up high in the chest range, which I'm sure he's capable of, just based on where his voice is sitting. What I was listening to there is just the arpeggiation in the orchestration underneath. And then as the chords change, the arpeggiation changes. But it's just a really cool way to highlight the harmonic structure there. It's really cool. So this is more almost like a rap section. Also, new instrument added. We have some plucked strings now, some like pizzicato strings added to this section. Blunk, 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 blunk. Listen to those in the top of this second verse. And almost get kind of a rap section. I believe there was also a double-tracked vocal line that was tuned like an octave below his line, and so it gets this, manufactured, very dark sound to it. Let me see if I can flag when that pops up. Those are all multi-tracked. Yeah, right at the end you can hear a voice that kind of sounds like this. Maybe it is a bass voice that they hired to come, sing backup vocals. But it's just given like the color and space of it, it sounds like it's probably his voice that they have edited down to sound like that. And it gives this kind of spooky... tomorrow, actually, is Halloween. This will be released a bit later, but spooky season. That's what the voice sounds like. Right, just listen right at the end of that line if you can catch it. Wait. So that's a tenor C sharp 5, and that sounded fully connected to chest voice. So that is, I'm going to call it a full chest dominant C sharp 5 belt from Taemin, which is very high, and it sounds really good. And this is the first time we get really strong vocal fold closure, right? A lot of his singing has been relatively breathy so far, and here we're getting a much more sound with much more vocal fold closure, which adds brightness to the sound, it adds cut to the sound, it adds high harmonic content to the frequency spectrum. This is what we try to do as opera singers all the time. To be able to cut through an orchestra without a microphone, you need to have a lot of bite or squealo in the sound. Quick demonstration. If I sing this pitch, ooh, that's pretty breathy. And then if I go, ooh, there's a lot more, it's a lot more powerful sound. My editor will sound similar in editing, but the second sound is much, much louder, and I'm not using any more air. I'm actually using less air. It's a more efficient use of the air. And you can hear that it adds a lot of high harmonic sound. That is all to say, as a tangential way of saying, we are getting very good vocal fold closure from Taemin in that section on that high C sharp belt. And I like that. So instead of he puts a slide in there. Really nice, just kind of adding to those emotions, right? There's that whisper track again, and I called this a bridge earlier. It's actually what you would call a pre-chorus. The bridge usually comes in between the final and the penultimate chorus. You usually get a bridge in there. This is traditionally what you'd probably call a pre-chorus. Bridge. So now this is the lightest we've heard his voice, right? This is a much lighter mechanism, head voice falsetto. Just keeping it very light and breathy and easy. Pretty much the total opposite of what I pointed out earlier with the high vocal fold closure, powerful chest belt. This is an intentional, very airy, intimate sound, like he's whispering right in your ear. Also, this is mostly a musical analysis. There's so much cool shit happening in the music video that I'm just not even touching, because that would totally change the kind of format and the length of how long these videos are. But I'm hoping to do some collaboration videos like this in the future, where I bring on like a video director or a really good video editor to talk. We'll have like a conversation about the music video and the music happening. I think that'd be very cool. Comment below if you guys would be interested in hearing a kind of full, extensive breakdown of both the music and the video for things like this. The videos would probably be more like 45 minutes or an hour. Let me know. It's something I would love to do, so let me know.
Every time every time.
Oh, it's so good. And it hurts to stop, but I have to. I don't want to forget stuff that I want to comment on. It's just that last section before he comes in with the belt, where it's just such a beautiful highlight of those mixes of worlds I was talking about earlier, where it's just orchestration plus like modern day drums. Just a very, very cool dynamic. Right here.
Every time, every time, every time.
Huge high C sharp chest belt there. Really, really well done. And I like the ascension up into it also. Very nice.
Every time.
There's so much happening. It's relatively similar to the first chorus, but there are some added elements. There's more kind of he's doing a lot of riffing in the background, high, almost like a descant. If you've heard of a descant in choir or liturgical sacred music, you have the choir singing, and you have usually a soprano singing a higher part above it. That's called a descant. This is kind of like a descant here. So we have the regular chorus, all the instruments, and we have Taemin up above that as well, doing a lot of riffing in his high head voice. We also have some other musical elements added. There's at least one more violin added on a non-arpeggiated progression here, really sustaining notes and sounding more like a solo going through as well. So it's a very kind of virtuosic final chorus with the, literal fire in the music video. It's just phenomenal. It's really wonderful, everything about it. That high violin. Listen to that violin. Bang! Right at the second part of that chorus. Ooh, that's fire. That was so good. What in the hell? Dude, wow, I'm so glad one of my patrons recommended me to check this one out. I was expecting to like it. I like a lot of music that comes out of the K-pop world. But I love this. I was not expecting to love this. This is phenomenal music. Please, any recommendations for this? I'd love to react and analyze like I did this one. If you guys enjoyed this, my whole goal here is to make you gain appreciation for these artists and learn more about what makes them so special. It's so fun for me because as a professional singer myself and as a music producer, I love commenting on this stuff. I love getting science-y on it, and I love hearing amazing voices and amazing talent. It's like so cool and so much fun. So please, any recommendations, leave them below. Otherwise, give a like, give a subscribe to the channel. That's a huge help. Hit the bell for more videos. And if you feel like you gained appreciation for this artist, if you learned something, if you had fun, consider joining my Patreon family. Hope to see you there. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace out.